Okay, resume.
Sorry, sis.
So part 2. And that makes it easier to cut because it's easier to cut.
Drag it from the end. Yeah.
It's easier to cut at the beginning or end than in the middle.
Makes sense. I need a book.
Okay, so Ash found a staff with a glowy gem. And, I wonder if this is what Riften was talking about.
Hey,
You do
that
not
sure
know.
looks important.
You do not know, but that is the That is the scepter of weather control that Riften was searching for. All you have to do
She's
is
taking it anyway. Yeah, she's taking it anyway.
Naturally, it's shiny.
It's shiny.
So, you guys are all in there. Aleyna has slinked off and is outside near the staircase.
Hey, well, we found all we need to find, at least on this floor. I do wonder, though, the ship was broken into 2 parts.
I think you're going to have to go swimming to find the other part.
You guys notice that behind... Well, if you come out, you'll notice that as you come out, there is another staircase underneath the first one. It literally goes staircase, staircase. This whole section is heavily reinforced. There is another section underneath.
Great. It goes down.
Do you
Down
wish
it is?
to go to storage?
I'd say that's a yes from Flikk'a.
All right, Stern storage.
I was gonna say Corey is going to stay there until everyone but Flikk'a has left the room if he can.
Flikk'a was first to run down.
Because he was going to tell her something, but she left the room too fast, so he just stands there.
I was too busy sulking because you didn't laugh at my joke.
Yeah. He stands there for a moment. Takes the picture back out of his pocket, looks at it for a moment, puts it back, and follows. And nobody saw that because he stayed until
That's it.
everyone had left.
He trailed down last, yeah.
Okay, so is everyone now connected to their characters? Is it all good?
Yep, I can move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zooming that out so that it actually shows the whole map on the recording.
First thing you notice is this is sinking. It's sitting on the bottom of the river. This is not a hugely deep river.
No, but this boat has sprung quite a number of leaks.
Guys, it's wet down here.
I gonna shrink my
Stating the
down.
Alright, so what are y'all gonna do? Aleyna has finally shaken herself free and is just looking around.
I'm looking around, I see a thing, and I'm gonna investigate it.
Ash is interested in the statue.
Corey's looking at all the water and going, how long would it take to actually move all of this so our feet are dry? And too long.
Yeah. Can Milford, is this water over here, shallow enough to trudge through?
Oh god, yeah, it only comes over the top of your boot.
Okay, so Milford's just gonna trudge through the water over here to the other side to look around.
Okay, so there's a chest here.
I see something over here, yeah.
Perception check, both of y'all.
Okay.
Ash is looking at the statue because she doesn't trust boxes anymore.
Well, I don't know what's up with Milford, but Corey's brain's still liquefied.
Milford's worried about his wet boots.
Milford, yeah, is just not observant, really.
Yeah, Milford's just like this.
Should I roll one?
Yeah. Roll and see if you can see it. Or see
investigation?
Yep. Milford, it's a chest, it's locked. Corey, it's a chest, it's locked.
So Milford is still being very wary of what happens. The deck above is going to take out his old dagger that he still has on him, but just doesn't use anymore. And not like toss it to like stab into it, but just kind of toss it at it to see if it reacts.
Nothing happens.
Corey is gently kicking the chest.
We're all super paranoid of boxes now.
You think?
Nothing happens.
Alright.
Okay. He's gonna
Milford.
try and open it.
Yeah, Milford's gonna do the same to his attempt to. Sleight
Okay,
of hand
both of y'all.
checks.
Sleight of hands.
Well, one of us is successful.
Oh, yeah. Corentin. You fail.
Oh, yeah.
Milford, it pops open and you get 7 silver and 31 gold.
You're not broke anymore.
Yet again, Corey does most of this by shoving his dagger at things. He's not actually good at doing it that way.
As she's looking at the statue, does she notice anything? She got 14.
It's a statue. There's nothing there.
It's a
Alright, she sees Corey kicking at the box and swearing at it, so she goes over to help him try and get it open. Advantage?
Yes,
There we go.
it opens.
Hey.
Inside, you find 8 gemstones worth 10 GP each. You
Ooh,
find an
that's shiny.
azurite, an opaque mottled deep blue. You find 3 lapis lazuli. You find 2 malachite, a moss agate, and an obsidian.
Bit difficult.
Alright,
to
she keeps the...
Bit difficult to split this 5 ways.
By the way, that one had a DC of 18.
Oh wow, oh she did good then.
Let's see.
And she takes the gems and put them in her pocket. We'll sort that one out later.
Corey gives you a
What have you found?
Corey gives you a look and then nods.
I will, I promise! It's not like I forgot last time deliberately.
Trudge through water again.
2 questions. What are you smoking and why aren't you sharing?
I'm eating sugar and I'm on the sugar high. Sorry.
Hey, what we got over here?
A very stubborn chest.
I did my investigation thing and I don't know what happened.
It was locked. You have to do a sleight of hand to try and
It's
open
locked. You don't have anything for it.
Okay, so should I do a sleight of hand and see if I...
Yes.
Yeah.
Advantage or no?
Are you?
it. Ash has come over to help, so yes.
I was saying, yeah, Milford's over here helping too,
I am
so...
Yeah,
proficient at it,
She walked
so-
away giggling from Corey, so yeah, she came over to help to see what you've got.
Aleyna's just sitting here sulking.
Corey was going to help, but seeing that the most capable lock.
So is this a normal roll or what?
This is
Just
an
sleight of
advantage
hand.
roll for sleight of hand.
Yeah, go to your additional... Go to your skills. And then... It's kind of towards the bottom. Your
There we
sleight
go.
of hands. There you go.
Okay. I want everyone to make a con saving throw within 15 feet, which means Milford, Corey, Flikk'a, and Ash.
Oh.
I don't like that.
A con so? A con
A
save?
Constitution
Yeah.
save.
So,
And I
up
need
on...
to roll. I need to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D8.
Hey.
Whoa,
think I'm
little
safe.
angry bird.
None of you are affected, but you see this of dust as it covers all of you. You
Ah,
feel a
baby trapped.
little-
Ah,
feel a
dragon's
little
den,
drowsy.
Flikk'a, you have to make sure it's not trapped.
You feel a
My
little
bad.
drowsy, but you shake it off quickly.
I am going to
And-
wash these down the clothes again.
And at the bottom
Just sit down, lad. You'll
are
be fine.
two. At the bottom are 2 dust-covered wine bottles.
The water will wash
Oh
Oh, bingo!
Oh!
I take one and put it in my pack after looking at it, and I take the other and hand it to the brother man.
Oh, no. Milford was
Oh,
right
what
there,
is-
so
what-
he's
what-
going to pick one up to look at it.
Thank you, Milford. These are 2 bottles of Beifong White, circa
Oh.
1500.
Oh!
Each bottle is worth 400 platinum. But you do not know this.
Milford
I'm still
just
keeping one in my
stops
pack.
and stares at the bottle. Not like as like I want to drink this bottle, but just like stares.
Is he about as dumbfounded as Corey was earlier?
Yeah, and has Ash noticed?
Yeah, but for different reasons. Well, kind of similar reasons, I'm guessing.
Eventually you'll understand Corey's backstory, and we'll see.
Oh, Ash has no feeling.
Should I make an insight check to notice him being?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
since
Ash is too busy
has
dusting off her armor.
Yeah,
She's
Ash
like-
has her eyes closed, apparently.
I don't think Corey's picking up on anything useful here.
Oh, well,
Aleyna,
somebody
come-
would.
Someone is.
Aleyna comes over and actually leans against Milford and comforts him for a minute. No. There we go.
Milford takes like his thumb and like brushes some of the dust off over the seal. Like at the bottom of the label, it says "proudly bottled in Sault Ste. Marie," but no one else can see that except for him.
Mhm.
And I already stashed the other one in my pack.
Yeah, and you've already stashed yours. So he brushes it off with his thumb and just puts it in his pack, dead quiet.
I had a whole reaction.
places-
I had a whole reaction planned, and if Corey actually noticed, but no, his brain is still liquefied.
This place is full of memories, isn't it, Milford? Her voice is actually softer.
Not good ones.
Would Corey hear this? I mean, you are right next.
Yes, Corey would hear this.
It's full of a lot of things.
Can we just get the hell out of here?
Yep,
and,
you can head to the
and
deck.
Corey goes to drink from the flask, realizes it's empty. Dragon's den. Where has all the rum gone?
Down your
Now-
gullet, you bloody wanker!
It's
Now,
usually where it
Asher-
goes with him.
Now, there is a rowboat sitting right there, and there's still the front of the ship to explore.
We've got to row to the front of the ship.
Yeah, well, it's not that far. It's just like it kind of broke in half and sunk in 2 different places. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be like a minute row at most.
Well, I'm definitely not swimming, and she definitely climbs into the rowboat.
As does Milford.
Flikk'a, would you like to row this time? I'm a bit tired from last time.
Well, here I was trying to sing us a sea shanty, but I guess I can do the hard work.
Well, you had it
And-
easy. You flew in on an animal last time.
Be nice or he'll peck your eyeballs out.
And as y'all are doing this, Aleyna just flies off.
Well, at least we don't have to fit her in the boat with us. I think it would
It'd be
work.
a lot easier
She's
to fit
very
in, though,
tiny, but you never know with those wings.
Even a tiny dragon is quite big. Okay. So, what do we got?
Well, since Milford's right over here, he's just gonna go look at this pile of stuff real quick.
Yeah, Ash is going to go up onto the top deck and have a look around.
Be careful with all those critters running around. You might end up on the literal poop deck.
No poop.
Everyone, perception check.
Of course, it was on 16 and slid over.
Oh, well, she's paying attention for once.
She opened her eyes.
Oh yeah.
All right. You guys notice that most of the things here are strangely intact. And Milford, as you are looking around, you remember the purple Leviathan you saw. This is the reason the ship has not been looted. Everyone's afraid of it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, Corey
What's more
is...
baggy lizards?
Corey is immediately just on his guard.
Yeah, Milford
Ash
has
is
taken
looking
his
out for lizards.
Milford has taken his axes out.
Yeah.
You notice,
checking out.
though, you notice, Ash, that over near Milford, there is a box that is half open and looks intact.
Guessing it's
Yeah.
this one here.
Yeah. There's a box behind you. It may or may not eat you, but I'd check it out if I were you.
Well, it's open and I don't see a tongue sticking out. So,
Yeah, well, neither did I until I went near the barrel.
that one was closed. Milford's gonna use his hatchet to kind of flip, like the back of his hatchet to flip the lid open.
There is a bag sitting in this box. Just a bag. But as you reach into the box, it feels cold.
Shite.
What's in it? It doesn't sound good.
It's something cold. Feels like the damned Highlands. I don't know. I guess he's gonna pick up the bag.
Corey is
The bag,
vaguely intrigued and comes over to check it out.
the bag is 15 pounds, and the top is open. The cold is coming from inside the bag.
He looks in.
A second bottle of Beifong Sanctum White. But this is a circa 1510, a much superior blend. 300 platinum. And you are holding a bag of colding.
To
Ooh,
hell
excuse
with it. We've earned it. He takes the bottle out and shows this one to Corey after popping the cork off.
Oh my god!
Of course he did. And Corey just stalks off. Because you've told him that this is expensive wine and you just opened it.
Yeah, he did.
Because
he said to hell with it.
Price now zero.
Fine. You don't want any. I'll drink it all myself.
I would have rather had the money for once.
You got 2 other bottles.
He's got to fight his sister for it, though.
Corey just...
Yeah, he's got one other bottle. Let him have the other one, and you can keep that one that you opened. I know a better value when I see one.
Corey just makes a rude gesture at you. Because
yeah, I'll remember that the next time you don't laugh at my jokes.
Like, not at Flikk'a, at
Milford.
At the bottle opening boozo.
At
Milford just wriggles his eyebrows and takes a drink of the wine.
By now it'd be vinegar.
Not in the bag of colding.
Not a bag of colding.
Yeah, these things are really well preserved, thanks to magic and a couple other tricks.
Also, wine isn't really too bad so long as it stays like sealed in the bottle and stuff. It has a decent shelf life. Or the shipwreck's only a couple months old.
Corey's gonna see what the hell's over here.
Corey's sulking.
Investigation.
Milford drinks about half and throws the cork on and puts it back in his backpack. In the
Corey
bag of
finds
cooling, too.
oats and some rancid apples.
Ew.
Well, that's not loot.
And I
Suppose
want
that's
everyone
what's
to make a perception check real quick.
Suppose that's what's left of their provisions.
A perception check, you said?
Yep.
Hey, yo.
Amazing, the wine made Milford more perceptive.
I'm telling you, drunk Milford gets, like, a buff to all stats. I don't understand it.
Come on, Flikk'a, you too. Excuse me. Two of you notice that one of your number is missing.
Hey, aren't we short one?
I'm still here.
Oh,
Not the short one, we're short one person.
Corey just starts swearing. You take your eyes off her for one dragon's damned second!
She couldn't have gotten far.
Corey is immediately looking up, because she has wings that function at the moment, and his first instinct is, if you have wings, you probably are in the sky.
Oh, yeah. Question,
She is
the
not in the
mast-
sky.
Of course.
Is this mast here still standing?
Nope.
Okay,
It's broken.
gotcha.
She is not in the sky, which leaves one other option.
She's gone in the ship.
I see a set of stairs over there. Let's go.
Milford, Corentin, Asheari, Flikk'a, and Wormling. And Wormling is currently in a staring contest with a broken cage.
Lass, what did we tell you about the running off?
I want Flikk'a and Milford to make a nature check to see if they know what is in this cage.
Please, Milford, you have a +5. Please. Jesus.
He got 10.
He's proficient in it! The one thing he's supposed to be good at, he's busted every nature check he's had so far. Now you know why he makes jerky out of tree bark and
I
drinks
was
his
just
own
gonna
piss.
say, he's been a hermit for 10 years, but still make jerky out of tree bark because he's not a good hermit.
It explains a few things,
Flikk'a.
certainly.
You are staring at a death dog. Gaunt,
Guys, we got a death dog over here.
gaunt, almost skeletal. It has been on here for months without food.
It's still
And-
alive?
Death dogs are very stubborn creatures. And I believe this one is... Yeah, this one is Death Dog 1.
That's a worrying statement.
Dead Dog 1 is a very worrying statement.
Oh yeah,
Specifically
this.
1.
Yeah, I'm aware
Aleyna-
of how worrying a statement that is, because I've made statements like that before.
no. Get in your spot.
Oh dear.
Get in your spot. Lay down. Down. Good enough. Good boy. And Aleyna, being as pissed off as she is, and this thing can't escape, so it automatically fails the DC 13 dexterity. You see her inhale and oops, and just 4d10. blows out a cone, 15-foot cone. You are all behind her, and you all feel the heat.
Is that a good idea on a wooden ship?
No.
The wood, surprisingly, does not catch.
It'd be pretty damp by now.
Luckily, this one's mostly sank.
Ash is feeling really bad for the dog. She was going to give it some food.
Hang on. Minus 12. You wouldn't do that if you knew what it could do.
She don't know what it can do.
It's just a
the whole
puppy,
point.
right?
What'd you do that for? The poor thing's caged and starving.
Oh, we'll
If
let
it
it out
bit
and
you,
snack
you
on
would
your
die.
arm.
I want everyone to make a perception check and see if there is another one
Oh, right.
on deck.
By which you
Milford
mean
didn't have its eyes closed. Let's go.
By which you mean a perception check for whether we find the other one, I'm guessing.
Or it finds us, yes.
Aleyna is so focused she doesn't see shit.
Milford
Ash
is
is so
drunk
upset
and-
she hasn't noticed either.
Yeah, Milford is drunk and that apparently makes him better.
Flikk'a. There. Okay.
Oh!
You three see asleep on a longbow, and this one actually looks intact compared to all the broken shit on the deck, on the mid deck. This one looks intact. Asleep on the bow is another death dog.
Where?
Hang on. I'm one person trying to figure shit out.
No, sorry. Milford is shushing everyone.
Yeah. The fire didn't make any noise, and this thing is so weak and tired that it is barely whimpering.
Oh, there it is. What?
Don't speak.
You have one round of surprise attacks to try and kill it.
Where? I'm not...
Over by the cannons and the bearskin. It's a
Everyone,
black dog.
very quietly. On me. Let's go.
Aleyna does not move. She stays with her eyes on the cage.
Corey's going to ready... Actually, what's the range on his crossbow? 80...
Oh, you'll make it. It's like 40 feet.
Okay.
It's asleep. It's prone. Any hits on it will be critical. I'm giving you one shot each.
Yeah, Corey is going to move to... here and get ready to shoot, but he doesn't want to shoot until everyone else is ready to take this thing out as quickly as possible. So he's waiting for Milford to get into position.
Yeah, Milford is.
Yeah, if you
very
can coerce
close.
her, she can, well, she's not very strong. She's literally a wormling is only a challenge rating 3.
Huh?
She can fight, but it doesn't do much.
Is there any way I would know what the intelligence of each of these things is?
With that perception check, yes.
Okay. Would my sleep spell work on the one that's awake and moving?
It's in a cage and can't make noise.
Can't get you anyway, so putting it to sleep's not going to do much.
Yeah, but if it gets loud, it might wake up the other one and send a warning or something.
True.
If they're both sleeping, we got a better chance of finishing them off.
True. You can try yourself.
Actually, what if I try to talk to the one in the cage? Because I do have Speak with Animals as a first level spell.
You might wake it up more.
The one in the cage?
Yeah.
You can try.
It just got moved
Alright.
to a crit. I'm pretty sure it's awake now.
Because there's the one that's sleeping on the bow of the boat, and then there's the one in the cage.
By the way, Milford, I need a stealth check from you.
Of course you do. Something tells me that didn't go well.
Its ears and its nose twitch. But it remains asleep.
Milford is not breathing right now. he is like full stealth mode.
I'm going to try to quietly talk to the one that's awake.
Go for it.
Why are you in this cage?
Captured. Fight. Anger. Hungry.
If I give you some food, will you leave our friends alone?
Friends, food.
Friends, not food. Friends help you. You're trapped. If you want food and you want freedom, be nice to me and my friends.
Perception check. Or not perception, persuasion.
This should be fun.
It's starving. It's angry.
I
It's a
did not
hide
do
hand.
well.
It wants to eat
slams
everybody.
it slams into the cage. Luckily, it's restrained and it does not make much noise. I will feast on your flesh and eat your liver.
Yeah, Ash just jumps back in fright because
Okay.
now that it's not a cute puppy anymore.
Well, I
Milford
guess
heard
you want to
that,
starve.
and gestures to Corey to get ready.
Yep.
Because that's not working well. And Milford is going to... can I do 2-weapon with a sneak attack?
You're not going to do sneak attack damage, but yes, you get 2 weapons at advantage with critical hits.
And Corey's
And let's
going
just
to...
take a moment to appreciate that you guys just watched me growling back and forth with the dog thing.
And Corey's gonna fire
So,
as well.
so at advantage for this one.
That one hits.
That hits. So we'll do for criticals. It just add advantage with the damage roll.
Critical, it's you roll the dice, you double the dice.
And
Okay,
then
so I'll do a normal roll. Yeah. So it rolled 6, which is
12 plus
4.
plus 4.
like a modifier.
Yeah.
12 plus 4, that's 16.
16. And that was the first one. So second one.
Hang on,
roll
let
with
me
advantage.
keep track of this. Minus 16.
Oh dear.
Again, that hits.
Oh, that hits okay. Thank God.
Roll damage.
Yeah, it had advantage.
Very
Yeah.
good thing you had advantage there.
So that was I rolled a 1. So 2 plus 5 is 7. So
Minus 7.
yep, together 17 points.
You better hit hard, Corey, because if this thing gets mad, it's going to go after you and it's going to bite.
Yep, Milford's going to die.
Oh, no. Death dogs, Flikk'a, you will know this. If a target is a creature, in other words, human, tiefling, what have you, it must succeed on a DC 12 Constitution saving throw against disease or become poisoned until the disease is cured. Every 24 hours that elapse, the creature must repeat the saving throw, reducing its hit points by a maximum of 5, 1d10 on a failure. This
Jesus.
reduction lasts until the disease is cured. The creature dies if the disease reduces the number of hit points maximum to 0.
Oh
Don't.
boy.
And Flikk'a
Don't get
will know
me-
this.
So don't miss, please.
Is Corey also rolling this with advantage, or it's because it's raining?
It's
Is it
prone
awake
and
now?
asleep. Nah, it's
Yeah.
prone and asleep. You're shooting long range.
We-
You have
we basically
disadvantage.
That's
we
what I
basically
thought.
hit like one right after another. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's shooting. Long range has disadvantage on
Yeah,
prone
'cause
attacks.
I
Which
don't
does
think
not hit.
I don't think that's gonna hit.
So it's awake. Its eyes are on you.
Great. Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Milford's like, ha ha ha, I'm in danger.
Mm.
You know what, Milford's just gonna give a quick look to Corey with like a what the hell look. What was that?
Not a cute puppy.
My question is, why is one caged and restrained and the other one's not?
Look behind you. When you get the chance, you will see a broken cage.
Oh dear.
Ah,
He
that'll do
got
it.
out.
Is that what this is over here? Between the two cannons.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh, very shit.
Oh shit, the two dogs don't get pissed. Right?
No.
I And
Milford, if he survives, is definitely blaming this one on
Aleyna.
Aleyna.
Okay, so it is Death Dog. It is, I believe this is, Death Dog. I believe this is Death Dog. Yeah, Death Dog 2's turn. He
Black
turns.
dog.
Yes. He turns and looks at you. And he's going to go for a multi-attack. Which, 1 bite, 2 bite.
Oh, they hit.
Oh, both hit. Both definitely.
I need 2 con saves from you.
Oh no!
Great, you're poisoned.
First one makes it.
Oh, yes.
Second one
Oh,
makes it.
thank God.
And you take...
Oh no! I think
You
I'm
take-
down to 1.
And that ends its turn. Death
Am
Dog
I?
2.
No. I'm down to 2 hit points.
Death Dog 2 can't do shit. Corentin, you're up.
Question. So it stood up to bite him, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's standing. Good.
Oh no, you
Which means
don't.
it's not prone.
And he's gonna shoot the damn bastard dog.
Can we have their hit points, please?
Yeah, that would be
Corey.
helpful. Milford's like, my life is in your hands, and you're just missing.
The good news is that was a 2 and not a 1.
If that was a 1, it probably would have hit me.
Yeah.
Probably would have hit Milford and just killed him.
There you go.
You missed
Can you all see
the
him?
dog, and
Okay,
I
so-
see. Devon, yeah.
Flikk'a doesn't have one, and the dragon doesn't have one.
Dragon's got 60 health.
You missed the dog, and shoot Milford in the chest.
He looks at you accusingly and falls over dead.
Gambit, no.
Okay, Corey's gonna move to here, having completely failed twice to shoot the thing. And that ends his turn.
How do I add that wine bottle to my pack?
For now, just keep it in your notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that has to be made up because I don't think there's a pre-made wine bottle.
Question.
No, you sort of have to add it in custom stuff.
Speaking of, question, what were those bracers, and did Corey actually manage to attune to them while his brain was liquefying?
Bracers of defense, and yes.
Oh, good!
Ah, defense! Wow, welcome.
Because Corey's about to need those, I'm pretty sure. And probably
Did you
his
attune
shield,
to them?
and probably his shield spell on top of it. Apparently, probably while Corey's brain was liquefying. Which is impressive because his brain was liquefying. But at least part of it
There we go.
stayed focused on the bracers.
Okay, does that end your turn?
Yeah.
I am so sick of being a fucking dragon! Can't see how Mother handled this shit! She is going to pump... where is her freaking thing?
Bad time to ask, but how much were those wines worth?
The
The
two
first
were worth... I think the two were worth 350, and then yours was worth 300. If I recall. Okay.
So, like,
She is... Go ahead.
a lot of gold.
Yes.
But,
Yeah. I'm just gonna put like lots, just a massive number, so I can remember it. Because what I'm doing
3,000
right now,
gold.
yeah, what I'm doing right now is the easiest way to do this probably is going to be to take a glass bottle and
Modify it.
yeah, modify it with a cost override and then like a weight, probably a weight override to like 4 pounds
Yep.
or something.
Yep. All right. Aleyna is going to run, and this little bitch can run 30 feet, and is going to commit to a bite attack, which does hit. 1d10 plus
Luckily, they got a low hit.
1d10 plus 4. 4, 7 health. This thing hisses and looks at Aleyna, who just growls back. And that ends her turn. Ash, you're up.
Okay, Ash doesn't think it's a cute little puppy anymore. She's gonna back up a bit and throw her dagger at it.
Okay.
Would it have cover from the cage?
No, cage is pretty torn up.
Okay.
It can't get out, but you can definitely
It's
get daggers
wide
in.
bars.
That hits.
D4 plus 3.
It yelps in pain as the dagger sinks right in the juncture between its two necks.
And then disappears and goes foom, back into her dagger belt.
Actually, no, it takes a minute for that.
Okay.
So you got 10 rounds before it returns to your pocket.
Okay.
That
now
ends
she's
your
down to
turn?
4 daggers. Yeah, I don't think she can double wield with daggers.
Nope. and I wouldn't get close.
Oh, she's backing
You're a
up.
little-
Not good, but not silly.
You're a little squishy. Milford, you're up.
Right. Is
Look at
consuming
your
a
on deck.
potion considered an action?
It
Oh,
is,
bum! I was
but
gonna heal.
I would consider the threat in front of you first. I'm pretty sure
If you smack it,
Well-
you'll kill it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I can use healing on you.
Yeah, so the Milford special, we're gonna dual wield.
Oh, yeah.
Indexes.
I just didn't want the damn thing to bite you.
Yeah, neither did I.
That does not hit.
Well, he's got another
However-
one,
Yep. However, you do have another hit. That one
And it
hits.
hit. Alright.
and that's the important one. Let's go! Oh, thank God!
How do you want to
9 and it's dead.
Screwed, he's chopping its head off.
Which one
Like,
has
I
got
like
2?
Yeah.
Well, remember, like, they separate, he just kinda... Yeah! He's done.
Just
He's
straight down the
limping.
middle. Black.
Yeah, he's hurt really bad. He's also going to call out, a little help over here! And that ends his turn.
Ash
Okay.
finally looks over and notices that he's not doing too well.
Flikk'a, you're up. Death Dog 2 is on. Death Dog 1 is on deck.
Okay, you said with my perception check that I did before, I would be able to tell if this what this critter's intelligence is, right?
Yep.
What is it?
It's a 3. It's not smart.
All right, I'm gonna use hideous laughter on this thing as a cantrip. That way, if it doesn't make a savings throw, it'll go prone and it'll find everything absolutely hilarious, and it won't be able to do shit.
Go for it. It's an intelligence save.
It says the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand for the duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. Oh, never mind then. I thought it was 4 or more.
No, it's too stupid to know.
All
It's
right.
too stupid to know magic, yeah.
That's fine. I'll pick a different thing to do again. I'm gonna use sleep on it.
Okay. Roll your spell.
Okay, it says roll 5 die 8.
5d8. So all you got to do is go here on this little dice thing, and you can hit roll 5. Choose your D. There is D8. No plus. And hit the roll.
Okay, you say go here, but I can't see where.
Dice roller. Dice roller.
Little menu
Um,
bar with the arrow at the top. There's like a diamond.
It's a D20. It looks like a D20. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dodecahedron
You can
above the question mark. If you pull that down and click that, you'll get a roll selector.
Alternately, with Beyond 20, I think you can roll most spells that you have to roll for on D&D Beyond.
If you just click on them, yeah.
If you
Yeah, I think if you click
through,
on them, it should... Like, I think it's the, if you click on cast next to the side, I think it does the casting for you.
If you
Yeah.
Oh, you're awake, are you? Hello, good morning.
I'm not seeing any of this shit.
Okay.
Okay, go to your character sheet on D&D Beyond.
I'm on it.
There should be
Okay,
a big...
so you got the big panel that says action, spells, inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on
Click
spells.
on spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now choose your spell, and there's cast next to it. If you put your mouse over it, it'll come up with the die and the question mark. If you click it, it will roll.
Okay. I do not see the thing I wanted to do in my list here.
You have not learned it then.
Yeah, then you don't have it.
Alright, motherfucker, I'll just chill touch his ass.
I've got
That
hideous
is-
laughter, But yeah, you've got a number of slots, and you have to actually learn those spells in your slots.
Yeah, Chill Touch is I believe, a hit die, so you have to roll to hit it.
Ooh.
So I have to do the hit die first and then the damage thing?
No, versus...
Yep. You have to do the hit die first for Chill Touch.
There's the hit die. I'm bad at this.
Yep.
Uh,
Does not hit. You chill the cage.
Well, fuck him too. So I
Does that
just
end your
froze
turn?
his cage, so now it's probably all brittle, and the next hit he makes on the cage is going to make it fall apart.
Probably.
Very likely,
I'll roll
'cause now
I'll
it's
roll a
turn.
percentile. I'll roll a percentile and a strength check for him.
Yep.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do. That cost me an action.
Alright, Death Dog. First thing, strength check. The Death
It's
Dog
stabbing.
actually knocks itself loony.
he's having a bad day.
And
He
you
got
see
his
that
tongue stuck to the cage.
Yes, he did. One of them. So you see the other head kind of rear back going, but it's stuck.
Can I
That
turn?
ends
God
Death Dog
damn
2's
it!
turn. It is now Corentin's turn.
Yeah. And what I was going to do was rendered entirely moot by Milford axing it a question. So,
It was either that or die, so...
yeah, gonna shoot at the one in the cage, because if it gets out of the cage, it's gonna be a problem.
Could have just took the food, doggy boy.
Gonna shoot very badly at the one in the cage.
I think you should have practiced with that crossbow, Corey.
You see the arrow actually, ting! It hits the cage and veers off and sticks into the ceiling. Does that end your turn?
Gonna move back towards the one in the cage now, because... God damn it.
You know what
Was that-
sucks?
Or was that here?
Apparently, I do have hideous laughter, but it wasn't in the cantrips. It's in my first level spells.
Yes, it's a spell, not a cantrip.
I was looking at the wrong list, so I could have made him die laughing. Basically,
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you go to spells and click on all, it should show you everything you have.
yeah. I
All right.
see
Yeah,
now.
yeah, you just looked in the wrong spot. That's fine.
I knew
Is that
I had it. I
anyone?
just couldn't find it.
It's yeah, mine. It's because I've got 5. It's the last one. You sort of have to scroll down a little bit to see it. So that's probably what happened.
Anyway, that ends Corey's turn.
Yeah, it's the second to last one on my list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Lena's gonna turn, ponder it, and instead try to get her fire breath back. Which requires...
Oh.
she does not.
She burps a little acid reflux and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It recharges on a 5 or 6.
Nope.
She just kind of sits
Burp.
down, droops her wings, and just kind of...
Yeah, it's a belch and like a little like smoke ring comes out and that's it.
She's not used to this! She has never... This is her first time actually being this. Ash, you're up.
Okay. Ash is going to use Healing Word on Milford because... Ouch.
Because dear God Almighty, ouch.
Oh. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's not horrible anymore. I can now survive 1 bite, maybe, instead of no bites. So that was 4.
It's 4. He gets 4.
4 heal. Yeah, there we go.
She'll get better at healing when she gets more levels, but at least it's better than nothing.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, she can only either cast a spell or throw a dagger, and she cast a spell, so that's it.
Milford, you're up. Flikk'a, you're on deck.
Yep. Milford is going
She ain't getting closer. She ain't that dumb.
move 30 feet to right here. And he's going to use his longbow. If that is if he's got enough space to do that, that is.
Oh,
yeah, you should be able to fire
Roll to
between
attack.
everyone.
Longbow.
Again. You actually your arrow actually pierces right next to Corentin's.
Not as easy as it looks, is it, lad?
Yeah, I don't want to hear that from you. They've got the headaches and the goddamn headaches.
Well, you shouldn't have drank half a bottle of very expensive wine.
That's not why I have the headache, it's because I'm almost dead.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, that ends the turn.
Flikk'a, you're up. Death Dog is going to try and break out of the cage again.
Okay, I'm gonna Ray of Frost him.
Ooh.
Go for it. I believe it is a hit die. That does hit. Roll damage. It looks at you and starts shivering. One tongue is still stuck to the cage.
It snaps off when he pulls.
Oh.
Does that end your turn?
Yep.
The Death Dog is now pissed. The Death Dog is going to make a strength and try to break the bars. That is a decent. That means if it rolls a 33 or lower, the bars break. The bars crack, but hold. That ends its turn. Corentin, you're up. Aleyna's on deck.
Shocking hand.
Gee, I wonder where this is going.
Actually... No. Thunderwave would be a bad idea right here. It would probably break the cage.
Yeah,
So,
no,
yeah.
I was looking at Earthquake myself and thought, no, that's probably not a good idea either.
Let's not let the dog out.
Tsunami!
Oh, fuck.
That does nothing except maybe jolt the cage.
You grab the cage and it just buzz the cage a little bit.
Shake, 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 shake. Bad doggy. Oh, I said bad doggy and Miri ran out of the room.
Oh
No! Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Poor Miri.
I just
You know what? You said bad doggy, and my dog just put his head against my chest.
Oh no.
Aww.
This is the danger of having dog creatures.
Okay.
All the dogs
Aleyna
are
is gonna.
reacting.
Aleyna is going to try and get her fire breath back, and fails.
Now,
This time she got 2 smoke rings.
And she just sits there and sulks. Ends her turn. Ash, you're up. Milford, you're on deck.
Okay, Ash is going to cast another spell. She's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Go for it. Is that a saving throw?
It is.
All right. Roll it, and I'll roll the. I'll roll the save.
Okay, could've
DC
been better.
13 Wisdom. Let's see if it passes. It does not. It takes the full 6 damage.
I will take that. It takes full d6 and must use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows from away from you. Okay, well it can't move.
You can move to the edge of the cage.
But yeah, it is now in pain and very not happy.
Yep.
She's only got 1 spell slot left, so nobody die, okay?
That end your turn.
It ends her turn. I'm not going anywhere.
Milford, you're up. Flikk'a, you're on deck.
Hey, Milford's gonna move. And, actually, he doesn't have a, no, not yet. Okay. Since he can't get in range yet, he's just going to do, longbow again.
Let's see if you hit.
Yes!
That
Hit
actually
and
hits.
did no damage.
Hardly any damage, but at least it hit this time.
It's better than last time.
Yep.
Alright, I have gold fifth.
It's no big, sis. That barbecue meal is gone. I ate it while running this battle.
Wow.
I had a whole
Impressive.
baggie of grapes before this. They were gone before we finished the first section of the ship. I'm still hungry.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, sorry, that ends my turn.
Flikk'a, you're up. Death Dog's on deck.
I'm gonna scream insults at it.
Go for it.
Mhm.
Roll your
Please
roll-
kill it with vicious mockery.
Get a 4,
Naturally.
get a 4, come on! Shame it to death!
It's what that damn thing deserves.
No!
Oh,
Ah.
nat fail. Nat 1.
Oh,
Does that do anything fun?
That double its damage?
Unfortunately,
Please.
no.
say
Pity.
please let it double.
But it does.
damage.
It does put him at disadvantage for his next breakout attempt.
Yes.
Yep.
Great, good.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I just screamed a bunch of insults at it.
Oh, I wanted to hear the insults.
I'm gonna make you into a rug for my den, you two-headed idiot. You'd think having 2 brains would make you smarter.
And I'm going to roll damage just for shits and giggles. A D4.
Please,
Because
Please
that
make
is a natural 1.
please make it die by hitting its head against the cage.
It knocks itself pretty damn good. But it still lives.
It has a
You
concussion.
see one of the heads is hanging.
It
One
has-
of the heads is hanging. It's
It almost killed it.
And the other one is hanging by its tongue.
Yeah!
Jeez. Is there a mercy rule?
Yeah, I've never seen anything try and kill itself before. That was just bad.
Keep in mind, I offered him an easy out.
I feel like everything in this session is trying to kill itself.
okay. That ends the Death Dog's turn. Corentin, your go.
Right, let's put this poor thing out of its misery.
Please.
Shock him while he's stuck to the metal cage.
Oh, now you can hit, you pain in my ass!
Roll damage.
He barbecues it.
Can you say overkill?
Oh, very overkill, that was almost an 8.
Now it stinks of barbecued death dog in here.
14.
Tasty.
So it actually cooks the flesh, and the skin is starting to fall off. Completely cooked tanned. So you have a death dog skin that just needs slicing.
Corey
have a
covered.
tanned hide now.
I'm gonna
Corey
use my
covers his
dagger and
face
start
and
skinning
just
it for the pelt.
starts- Nope,
We are now
nope,
out of initiative.
Nope. Nope.
Gonna use my dagger and start skinning this sucker for the pelt. He's gonna make a nice cloak for my bard routine.
Since this guy didn't move, Milford's gonna shift him out of the way. Because he wants to see what's in this barrel over here.
Well, if
Make a
Milford's not going
perception
to skin the dog, Ash will skin the dog.
Aleyna just steps back. She's got claws. She ain't helping.
Do I need to roll anything to skin this dog since its skin's basically falling off?
Survival.
Yeah.
Do it at it. Do you want to do it at an
Advantage for par cooked?
Yeah, go ahead and advantage for par cooked.
Ash doesn't get advantage. Nobody's helping.
How can I help?
Milford?
Here, Milford will help. Yeah, I'll help you last. Not the best at it right now. There's a blood loss.
Well, I just tore that to pieces.
Oh!
It just falls apart as I'm pulling it off.
Oops. Okay, I want Milford and Ash to both make perception checks at advantage.
Does she get the skin?
Asheari does get the skin. It's a little manky, but it's usable.
I'll
Alright,
keep
so
the
now-
strips and use them for leather later.
Black death dog skin. Okay.
Corey's gonna look at
Whatever.
this pile of whatever sort of boxes.
At advantage, did
need-
you say?
Yes. And you, regular perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Who's you?
Corey, I'm thinking.
Corey.
Not bad.
There's nothing there. Corey. Ash. You see an intact longbow laying under the skinned death dog.
Oh yeah, you did say it was laying on one. Hey, what's this? Pulls it out. Wow, nice.
It looks like
Is
a
it better than the one
bow.
you've got?
This is a +1 longbow.
Ah, Milford.
I'm taking that damn thing. It almost killed me. I deserve it.
She
And
hands
at
it over.
this,
He's still
At-
very woozy.
you guys do not see Aleyna do this, but it's shits and giggles because I need to break the monotony a little from the battles.
Oh, she's buggered off again.
Aleyna is actually hiding under the bearskin and snuggling into it. So you see a bearskin with a big hump in it.
Keeping an eye on her half the time is half the problem. Anyway, she hands over the
so
longbow to
fitting.
Milford.
He puts it on his back, basically right next to his current longbow. So he's just got like two slung over his back right now.
Yep.
Always sell that one for later. Okay,
Barrels?
did we check these barrels? You checked the barrels, didn't you?
I say,
Yeah.
Corey's just being nosy at things.
Yeah, Ash is
Milford.
walking.
And very pointedly avoiding this whole area of the ship because that thing smells like
That's stinky.
fried dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's
Ash.
regretting his life choices a little bit.
You notice as she's this hatchling, she's kind of more fun-loving, more relaxed, definitely more sulky, kind of like a teenager.
She's more
You get to-
childlike, yeah.
You get the sense that despite her acting so mature, she's probably a good deal younger than she lets on. Out of character, Aleyna is 26. She's just seen some shit. Ash, can we take this with us?
You really like this bearskin, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, she's resisting the urge to pat the cute baby dragon.
Can a
She looks
dragon
around at
give
the
puppy
others.
dog eyes?
Yeah, that's it. She looks around at the others and is like, yeah, okay.
Corey looks over at this. You'll want it dried less, but honestly, I can do that.
Definitely,
it
it's going to
dry.
weigh a ton, soggy.
She steps. Let me get back onto the proper damn layer. She steps off it, sits down, and you see just the wolf in her as her tail curls around her. And she folds her
Slight-
wings.
Yeah, it's like wag to the butt because she's happy.
Yep.
Well, someone will need
This
to
is
get it
probably
out.
the happiest you've seen her.
Someone will
What'd
need
you say?
Someone will need to get it out of here, and then I can dry it out. If I dry it now, it's just going to get wet again.
This is true.
Milford, you have a bag of colding. If we dry it off, we can stick it in there.
Yeah. Milford, however, is looking at this cage over
He's
here,
wandered
just
off.
kind of looking
Yeah.
into it. Yeah.
It's broken. It's wrecked. That's where the second death dog was.
Milford is also very woozy still.
I mean, between the wine and being nearly murdered.
Yeah, it's more
Ash
the nearly
tries
being
to pick up
murdered than
the,
anything, but
Ash tries to pick up the wet, heavy bear skin and
Has
help drag
anybody
it out.
has anybody checked these crates and around the cannons and everything? Because if not, I'm gonna
No.
Go for it.
here, last, let me
investigation or
Yeah, investigation check.
Corey's gonna come over and be vaguely helpful with the
supervising. Yeah.
well, if there's something there, I found it.
Oh yeah.
There is rotten rations and stuff. There's nothing there.
Aw.
So, what are you gonna do, Corentin?
Well, he's gonna do the shape water thing that he did before to dry Ash's clothes. Just pull the water out of
on
it.
the skin. Yeah.
And then Aleyna actually pounces, and I am going to need a yeah, we'll do athletics for her. Do athletics. And she just rolls the legs up, rolls it up tight. I mean, you poke this thing, it's solid. And then she just looks at Milford and gestures to his bag of colding.
Puppy dog eyes.
Why do I feel like a pack mule? He takes it out and kind of. It takes a little bit of stuffing and stuff because even rolled up, it's still a big ass like bear skin. So,
But
it takes a little bit, but he does get it in there.
here's the crazy thing: once it's in there, you don't notice
They
its weight.
vanish.
Yeah.
The bag of colding can hold up to 100 pounds and keep it cold. And then you guys see
Well, that's good,
exactly
Because that's going
how-
to need re-curing because it's wet and soggy and mouldy and mildewy.
Yeah.
and
no.
that's why we have seen. And you guys see exactly how fast she is because
Just adding that in. Well, do I just take a bag of holding and customize it?
I'm pretty
think
sure there
there's
is a bag of
cold-
colding.
There's
If there
there's
is, it's not.
there should be a homebrew item available because I made one for the other campaign.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that he's got a glorified refrigerated pocket dimension.
Yes,
Yep.
Yep.
it's the best thing.
Well, hang on. Load more. Maybe there's the ring of cold resistance, absorbing tattoo.
It should be available.
At manage inventory. Oh, you know what? I don't know if it's filtering by homebrew. Right.
We'll have to figure it out later.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm just going to add a bag of holding and just call it bag of holding.
Yep.
And we'll figure out the exactness of it later.
Realistically, that's what the homebrew item is. It's a cloned bag of holding.
Called a bag of
Yeah.
holding.
And with
Okay,
with a description explaining that it keeps what's in it cold.
Yeah. So we'll add a to the bag of holding. We'll add. Where is?
Like it doesn't have any particularly it doesn't have any effects that require changing any of the stats of the item.
Yeah. So it's still 15 pounds. Still holds
It's-
100. Whatever.
It's a bag of holding, but it's cold.
Yep. Okay,
Alright,
you
well-
guys see Aleyna take off and go downstairs.
Naturally.
There's another level. Oh god. She's off again.
Just
Ay,
follow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep. We're all following. We're all following. Milford is limping.
Yeah, he's still a bit owied.
Yep.
I want everyone to make perception checks right now.
Oh dear.
Oh, ignore that. That was an advantage on accident. That did not happen.
Corentin, you see a reason to bugger the hell out. There
Oh,
are
dear.
2 crocodiles.
Crocodiles or
There.
Ludroth?
Crocodiles.
Oh, actual crocodiles. Okay.
I don't think I want to be facing either one right now.
You paperboy now.
Right. Everyone back up!
then-
Everyone
not
back up!
Corey's fault.
Everyone back above deck.
Because where
Milford's
there's
just
2,
gonna-
there's more.
Milford's just gonna back right up the stairs.
Backing.
And Corey is pointing to the crocodiles. Move. Just go.
There is nothing down here. No treasure, no nothing. There's just bites.
It
Gonna tug on Aleyna's wing and it's like, come on, let's go. Yeah, I can see the bitey over there.
I
Let's
see
go.
what you were trying to do here.
I had one on both sides of the ship.
Corey doesn't quite believe that there's nothing worth getting down here, but he knows there's nothing worth fighting a crocodile for because
Yeah, there's nothing worth killing off
Milford
2 crocodiles for.
Milford's injured and Aleyna is not up to her usual
Aleyna.
standard,
Aleyna's not OP.
and that puts the entire party at a state of very fragile.
Alright.
So he's just
Aleyna looks ready to fight, but I want Ash, Flikk'a, and Corentin to all make intelligence checks. Actually, I want Flikk'a to make an animal handling check.
Actually, here's
Intelligent. She's dumb as a box of hammers.
Normal or advantage?
Advantage.
Normal. Oh, she's not as dumb as a box of hammers. Okay.
Corey, on the other hand.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Corey.
Asheari, you are smaller, but you know, just from watching Aleyna, that she's very guarded about her neck. And she's been acting very puppish or kittenish. You remember from your village when a dog had puppies, it would be scruffed to be carried and could not move. All you gotta do is get someone larger to grab her.
Yeah, she's already tugged on her wing to try and get her to follow, and she hasn't paid attention. Flikk'a, scruff her and let's get out of here.
I grab her by the scruff and haul her off.
Yeah.
Strength check at advantage. I'm going to do one at disadvantage.
That
Public.
that explains why Corey rolled that badly on that. Corey does not know shit about animals.
Corey does not like animals at all, no.
Flikk'a just goes. Flikk'a feels Aleyna just go dead weight.
Jesus, girl, what are they feeding you?
You do manage to drag her up to the deck where everything is.
It wasn't a graceful drag, however.
Kicking and screaming and clawing up the stairs.
I wanted to fight!
It's like trying to get my husky into the bathtub.
Yeah.
Corey starts to go to help you as you first start dragging her, and then looks at the just sheer feral energy going on here, and backs away.
She does
Milford
not take a
was-
bite at Flikk'a, though.
Milford was already gone. Milford was just up the stairs,
Yeah,
got
Crocodile's
up onto
gone.
the deck, yeah, fell onto the deck and was just going, I hate the ocean, 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 I hate the ocean.
Once I've got the little Durg up there where she's safe, I give her a couple of pats and give her a piece of jerky, being careful of my fingers while I do it.
She does take it this time, and this gives either Milford or Corentin a chance to bind her wings, muzzle her, and get y'all into the rowboat to go back. Because you gotta see Seaman get Aleyna back.
Yeah, Milford's
Oh
gonna do
yeah,
that 'cause
and
Milford
heal
has...
Milford.
Cool.
Yeah, Milford's got 50 feet of rope in his backpack, so he's gonna
Corey will help.
Strength.
basically hog tie her, yeah.
Yeah. Strength check at advantage.
Both of y'all.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be using a rope use check too, or?
No, that's just strength check and maybe a dex check.
Can you?
A
Corey,
natural freaking 1.
She failed.
Aleyna-
She's tied up.
Aleyna cannot move.
did you need Corey to make some sort of strength check?
I don't think. No.
We got a
Corey is
baby
going to
burrito!
Corey is going to make a sleight of hand at advantage to tie those knots and make
Yeah.
sure she doesn't get out.
Okay, thank
Milford
you.
is wrapping and Corey is tying, yeah.
Thank you for not making me make a strength check there.
Got her
Because
tossed up like a Christmas goose.
I want to be clear, the strength check would have been worse than that.
He is a limp noodle.
He has a strength of 7, which is
Okay,
a
so
negative
now
2 modifier.
y'all can drag
Let's get in the
her,
ride and get out of here.
Yeah.
and now we. Go ahead. Sorry.
What?
Y'all end up back at Rishia.
Okay. Zooming out again.
Yeah.
And I'm just tagging along because I ain't been to that place yet.
Well, it's better than
it's the
staying
town
at
we
a-
left from. Yeah.
Staying in a boat full of crocodiles and things.
So as you pull in, the Triton actually raises his eyebrow, looks at the goods you got, and just hands you half of your gold back. So,
He,
so
I was gonna say,
Corey,
he's probably wondering where Aleyna went and where they got the baby gold dragon from.
Yeah, where the dragon came from.
so they. Corentin, you get 5 gold because Aleyna doesn't have her bag. Everything has disappeared into the Ethereum for the time being. And now you gotta figure out how to get her to Seam.
Well, she's trussed up like a burrito. Just sling her over Devon's shoulder and we'll walk her there.
I'm guessing Milford
Maybe
needs
throw
to
that
check
bear
that.
skin over her so she'll stay comfortable.
The bear skin's in the bag of colding. It needs
And
to
that'd
be
weigh a
retained.
lot. I don't know if Milford can carry that much. If it's out of the bag, it's got its full weight.
Mm-hmm.
If you behave, Aleyna, we'll give you your snuggie. I promise.
The ears flick to her, the purple eyes narrow, and there is a look of promised pain.
She gives that grin of hers.
So I'm gonna roll a strength check for Milford because he's gonna like basically sling her over his shoulders like a fireman's carry, basically.
Yep. At advantage.
At advantage. Alrighty.
Because she's trust. Oh, nice.
You have no
Simon
problem.
carries her.
Milford's just gonna chuck her over there, apparently. No, he's gonna pick her up and like throw her like over his shoulder and just walk.
She's gonna walk behind him so that she's facing.
Thing out of you, yes, or you smack me with your tail. Yeah, you're gonna pay for it.
Ash is going to walk behind Milford so that she's facing the dragon's face and just barrage her with a bazillion questions like, can you do this all the time? Haven't you done this before? Wow, how often can you breathe fire? How come you can fly now? Is your wing going to hurt again when you go back to being you? Can you go back to being you?
Milford has just groaned, just like, oh.
And in response to the barrage of questions, she inhales and blows a huge cloud of smoke right into Ash's face.
She stops, coughs, and gets the point. Sort of.
And as they're all doing that, you are walking your way to Seam's trailer. There's a chance I'm going to roll a percentile. There will be a chance for Riften and his wife to actually be with the caravan.
Good, because Milford has words.
Low.
They're there.
Yay!
Next time, just so you know, before you say higher, you might want to do high or low before you roll because we can see your roll.
Ah, damn. Oh well.
Can we?
Yeah.
I can't.
And on your D&D Beyond sheet, there's a chat that shows the rolls. That shows the rolls of.
I forgot. I had it rolling to everyone, not rolling to self. Oh well. They're still there.
I didn't see that because I'm still on 9 realms. It didn't come up for me.
Just a bit of advice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you make it over to Seam's. You make it over to Seam's wagon. She's sitting there, and you see her actually bottling some potions. These look to be the blue pain potions you've seen Aleyna taking.
Well, she doesn't need them anymore. Ash bounds up. Seam! Look what Aleyna can do! And she points over to the butt of the dragon draped over Milford's shoulder.
Who and what?
We don't know how to get her back, though.
Milford once to the camping caravan area, sets down the dragon, and looks her very sternly in the eye. Which it's helped by the fact that he's still like covered in blood and is missing an eye. Looks at her. I'm going to tell you now. If I don't see you, if you get out of my sight, you will pay. Got it?
She blows just a couple of smoky rings at him through her nose. You've got her muzzled. She can't talk.
He draws his dagger, cuts just her the rope off her muzzle off, and looks at her again. Got it?
You are no fun.
Yeah, almost dying tends to do that to you. But he does cut the ropes and lets her go.
She jumps, she shakes, and is instantly tackled by Seam in a unusual display of soft, furry muspet. Seam apparently has a soft spot for cuddly animals.
Ash's eyebrows just go up.
Get her off.
I hide my tails. I hide my tails so I don't get the same treatment.
I think this is proper payback for you leading us down into that hellhole of a hole.
And Seam, next thing you see, and you don't know if this will translate to her being normal again, Seam starts scritching her behind the ear and she just melts.
I know, you weak spot.
Now look at that. Look at the mess you've made. Now we're sitting in a knee-deep puddle of dirt.
And she just chuckles quietly. This is your first time meeting Seam. She is very soft-spoken, very pale skin. She steps into this elaborately decorated wagon. And you hear glass rummaging and everything. No, 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 no. Aha! She comes out with what looks to be a potion with the consistency of tar. And Aleyna's ears go back and she looks ready to bolt.
That looks disgusting.
Ash is going to try and grab her around the head so she doesn't bolt, but I don't know what her strength is going to be, but we'll give it a go.
Considering Aleyna's strength is 20 normally.
Yeah.
Pry her mouth open. And as the potion is poured in, you see her turning, gagging, wings spread out. They pull back in, and there is a now normal Aleyna.
Yay! And she lets go real quick.
Seam grabs her by the once injured wing, extends it, looks at it. No flying. And walks over and looks at Ash. Did you manage to find anything I asked for?
Yes. Milford's got it in the... We found a bag of colding. Isn't that cool? Anyway, Milford's got some stuff for you. And I also got this skin that I thought you might like, actually. It's a death dog skin.
A what? How did
There
you
were two
survive
of them.
one of those? Two of those. I think...
Some of us almost didn't.
Can you heal Milford? He's looking a little bit rough. Well, rougher than he normally looks, but he looks like that anyway. But can you just do something?
She literally, Milford, dexterity check. You catch a bottle of gleaming purple potion. Drink that, you'll be fine.
No, you don't have to tell me to drink something twice. As to which he pops the top and knocks it back.
Fully healed.
Are they allowed to be taken with alcohol? Because he's already had half a bottle of wine already.
He'll be fine.
Just checking.
As for the crap you asked for, he rummages through his backpack, hands over the, I think he has the ink sac.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of
Whatever
y'all
they got off
has
the big
the
drop.
aqua sac.
Yeah, I don't think Milford got that, so I think that someone else has that.
Fenni still had that, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Who is this, and is she joining our caravan?
I don't know about that, but guess what? Corey's got a sister!
I just kind of wave and stand there awkwardly.
Seems kind of different from Corey.
Oh, she's so cool. You should see her in action. She knows words.
Uh-huh.
Just because I took down a gator with nothing but sheer force of insults.
God's help us all.
She eyes the ears. I only reacted because I've never seen Aleyna be that fluffy. You can relax your tails.
I let go of my tails and cautiously eyeball her while raising an eyebrow.
She's perfectly calm, as if she doesn't care.
Oh, and Milford takes out his bag of colding, and it's a little difficult, but he manages to pull out the bear pelt. I think that is going to need some work. It's been at the bottom of a ship for a couple months.
I
Aleyna
flopped the
with
fried strips of death dog fur that I managed to chop up while I was trying to skin it right on the ground in front of the lady. Fix that.
fix that.
Oh no.
Fix it. It's scraps of leather. How can I fix it?
I don't know. I was just tired of carrying it, so I threw it down.
You seem woozy. If you wish to join our caravan, I would suggest you talk to Riften and Ifreen. Perhaps you can be put with their wagon, since they still have deliveries to make.
Are they here?
They're over by Riften's wagon. Can't miss him.
I'm gonna stick with Broski over here.
And okay, I want you to make a perception check. I want everyone to.
Perception.
Milford doesn't notice shit.
Milford's still a little out of it. Don't worry about him.
Yep. You guys notice Corey's not there.
Hey, where is your bro?
Ah.
Well, where'd that skinny runt get off to now?
Oh, if that sack of shit's gone to get drunk without me, I'm gonna skin him alive.
He still owes me a flask of rum, damn it.
Ash just sort of looks at Aleyna as if it's all her fault, because usually it's Aleyna that they're running after, and now it's Corey.
Aleyna's leaning against Seam's wheel and is just gone. She's out cold.
Oh dear.
My griffin pokes his head out of my shirt and climbs out onto my shoulder to stretch like a cat.
Oh, look at the little one.
It's a raven snow leopard.
I have fish.
It kind of looks at you funny, narrows its eyes, and sniffs. Like, really?
Oh, fish, you say?
She brings out actually fresh cooked filleted fish.
The griffin flutters over to her and lands on her shoulder because it's a little traitor.
It's a little traitor.
Well, I mean, it is half cat.
Yeah.
She
Hey, you got a point
happily
there.
feeds it. Go sign up with Ifreen and Riften. And don't freak out at his wagon. The mount is really gentle. I will take care of everything here.
Can you look after Aleyna? She doesn't look well. Again.
This is becoming a familiar theme, isn't it?
I know.
The griffin's just curled up on the lady's shoulder, pawing at her shoulder like a cat needing a pillow.
She
I
continues
think
to
he's
feed it. I assure you, she is just exhausted.
By the way, just for
Having
reference,
one-
Fenni, we are up here at this like little campsite. Just so you get an idea of where in the town we are.
Yep.
Okay, I don't see my character to move it or nothing, so
Yeah,
I'm just kind of following you guys.
It's just the town.
Yeah,
This is
it's
just
just
a town.
it's just basically looking at a paper map, so we have references of where things are.
I'm sure she is just exhausted. Having one forcibly polymorphed against their will is an exhausting experience.
I don't know. I feel like she had it pretty easy on the ship.
She
I
did
wouldn't-
seem rather upset by it, though.
No, you wouldn't. You?
I don't know. Being a dragon might be cool. Anyway, I think we found what Riften was asking for, so we better go see him, better we? I would really like a new bed.
We leave out in a week. I'm sure that's plenty of time for the orcs to do the work. Go on.
She casts one last worried look at Aleyna, and she leaves the skins with Seam and goes off to find Riften. Walks down the trail of wagons that are parked.
Milford
And I-
hands her the ink sac so it doesn't break, and then leaves as well, following.
She takes her materials, puts it in her wagon, and comes out and just kind of scritches the griffin and looks over at Aleyna. You are definitely a strange one. And as you walk, you spot a jet black wagon with colorful pendants at the head of the train. This is the furthest you've really seen all the trains, and there are a lot of them. There's at least a good 10 or 15, not including your own. And you see Riften actually dozing, leaning against the arm of what looks to be a giant spiked wolf that is asleep. And his wife is actually weaving with dyed fabrics near the edge of the wagon. I want everyone who is currently present to make a wisdom check to see if it is wise to wake that beast.
This is, this is
We all walk up and pat it!
Wow, we'll go, hey!
this is not a group.
Hey!
This is not a group that has wisdom.
Not.
Those rolls weren't wisdom points, they were actually how many individual brain cells each of our characters had.
Maybe if you add all of them up.
Yeah. That's the group's total IQ.
Okay, so as y'all are hollering, the mount stands up and snarls.
Whoops.
And
Shite.
you see lightning arc off of its fur as it growls, and it dumps Riften head over ass, and he lands in front of you.
I regret that Corey's
What the
missing
ever-loving
this.
hell are you guys doing?
Animal friendship! Animal friendship!
Animal friendship. Milford goes, "Did you have a nice nap, did ya?"
You try hauling as much as I did.
Yeah, you try going through that damn ship!
Oof.
Yeah, we found the damn thing.
Well, we think we found the damn thing.
He holds his hand out for it.
Ash pulls out the scepter with the glowing gem.
No, hang on a second, lass. Hang on a second, short stack. I don't think this is worth just a bed.
Oh?
Oh, yeah. Don't think it's worth just a bed, especially since there were 2 death dogs on that ship.
Not to mention the other assholes we had to fight, like that octopus and the friggin' crocodiles that I berated to death.
Yeah. Those death dogs in cages would have been nice to know they were on the manifest.
As he's speaking and Flikk'a starts speaking, his gray eyes just shoot and lock to Flikk'a. And who the hell are you?
I'm just a traveling performer, and I happen to be related to one of these guys' buddies. We ran into each other on that ship. I was exploring, trying to find my crew.
Huh. And he be looking for a way across?
Oh, I haven't been able to find a boat yet so that I can go find my crew. They kind of marooned me here, unfortunately.
Tell you what. We'll hire you on temporarily. Now, scepter. Let me check and see if it's worth the upgrades.
Ash actually takes a step back and puts it behind her back because of what Milford said. I don't know. We might upgrade our request now that we've got this.
I tell you what, I have a deal for you.
As you say this, the Zinogre, which is the creature that is pulling his wagon, stands up and faces y'all, snarling.
Oh no, Milford's not backing down.
I want to be clear, none of these people have any sense. Of course they're not backing down.
Now, there's no need for violence. I'm sure we can settle
Milford-
this like civilized adults.
Oh. Milford takes his longbow, his old one, not the +1, and he looks at it for a second, and then looks at him and says, "You know, this thing is very valuable to me. I think the deal should be this, thusly. We give you that scepter, and I'll sell you this bow for 300 GP.
I'm not interested in the weapon.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's a package deal, lad.
I don't think that's what I had in mind, Dopey. We want to upgrade our wagon more than just the bed and the accommodation spells that you promised.
No. This is coming too. It's all a package deal. After all, you really want this damn thing, don't you?
There's something to be said for not biting off more than you can chew. I think it would be best not to overshoot our value.
At this,
I just want better coil springs would be nice.
At this, Ifreen walks over and asks nicely, "May I see it?"
Milford's gonna nod at Ash.
Yeah, Ash sighs and hands the thing to Ifreen.
You see the power surge up her arms as she looks at it and spins it with quite dexterous movements. You want better beds, a better ride, a more reinforced roof, the climate control spell, and the kitchenette. Yes?
Yes, thank you.
Would you like a silencing spell on the beds in case any of your members snore?
Oh yes!
Yeah, that's certainly what they'd be using it for.
I put a double one on my bed.
And I suppose this one is going to be added on. So instead of you, the moody one, the ranger, the blue one, now there's 5.
Yes.
I
Which
guess
is
I
better
will have
protection.
to-
Can we get
guess-
a cat bed for my griffin, please? He doesn't... Yeah.
I will throw in an expansion spell. That way, it looks like a normal wagon, but you will be rolling in something the size of a house.
Oh,
Plenty of
TARDIS.
room. A what? It's not unlike what I have on Seam's wagon. It's how she can keep her brewing steady.
It's bigger on the inside.
Now, these upgrades will take time. At least a week's worth.
Well, we
Oh,
are
what a
here for a week.
coincidence. We leave in a week.
Only if Riften doesn't want to lose his spot on the ship. We do have to make it to the Lania and then Ayla. We have much more trading to do. The season is still early.
Sounds like we have a lot more protecting to do too.
Well, you did sign on for at least half of the trip.
We did.
She gives a little whistle, and you see 6 orcs of differing colors and differing outfits line up behind her. Ash has seen this before, except last time it was only 3.
They're efficient boys.
She hands them a list and then looks over at Flikk'a.
Hmm?
You are interesting. A griffin that needs a cat bed.
Well, I mean, he's only a big griffin sometimes. The rest of the time, when it's, less convenient to be so conspicuous, he just likes to keep it low-key.
I see.
He's also dumped her butt and seems feeding him fish at the moment. So he's rather adorable.
Rotten traitor.
How many times Thraxel here has come to me for treats when Ripton raised him? She
I
pets
find
the.
it hard to believe that thing was anything smaller than a wagon at one point.
He was actually not much bigger than a cat. He was just a pup.
Aww.
But she claps her hands, hands them a list, and they just march off to your wagon. Before I forget, is there any color or motifs?
Sorry.
Are there any colors or motifs you would like on your wagon?
Blue.
Ash just looked at her like, hello, this is not your wagon.
I get a room, don't I?
We can add
Get the
blue
room,
bedspreads
not the
for
whole
you.
wagon.
We can add blue bedspreads for you.
Woohoo!
Ash just throws up her hands. Okay, she's happy. Alright, thank you, Ephraim. Sorry for being a little bit heavy-handed there, but we are trying to get a better wagon, and that was a little bit of a throwdown with the 2 death hounds. You must admit that was a little bit of a surprise. I think we should have been a little
run into the big ugly purple thing.
We did not see a big ugly purple thing. No.
No, we saw a big ugly purple thing.
Leviathan.
Ash was looking the other way. She didn't see
I
it.
hate the ocean, I hate the ocean, I hate the ocean, I hate the ocean.
So Flikk'a tugs on the lady's sleeve and is like, hey, I'm more of a performer than a hands-on worker, per se. If you need my assistance in their little protection gig, I'd be happy to entertain your troops with a show, given that they're, prone to tossing a little coin for tippage.
Well, we could always use somebody who's good at theatrics for when we enter towns. Maybe you
She's
could earn a
Corey's
keep
sister.
there.
She's good at theatrics.
Yeah, theatrics. That's one way to say it.
Theatrics, my middle name.
However, Ash puts her hands on her hips and is like, we already have a bard, thank you.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but now you're gonna level up.
For now. Why don't you go back to Seams and then back to the inn? I'm sure Sisava will feed you and let you rest.
Ash gives
Sounds
him
like a
a
plan.
sitting high.
And if you're looking to get drunk, I hear the
Oh
Broken
no!
Dodo
No!
I
Yo
hear
ho
the
ho,
Broken
a
Dodo
pirate's
is
life
having
for
a
me.
drinking contest.
Oh no! Ephraim, why?
Milford just sighs and goes, No, not today.
What is wrong with you, boy?
Got better things to do today.
Speaking of better things, we've lost Corey. Thank you. We better go. And just sort of drags Milford off.
I'm gonna get my flask of rum back if it kills me. I gotta catch that lily-livered coward.
Ash, lass, you realize she told us where Corey probably is.
Well,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. That's why she's hurrying.
I wasn't paying attention.
The drinking
He's
contest.
drinking. He's at the drinking contest.
Well, let's go drink then.
That is not why I'm bringing you along.
Shh, let me have this.
As you pass Seam's wagon, you notice Aleyna is actually curled up near the wagon wheel and is looking much more comfortable. The necklace, if you get a good look at it, is still faintly pulsing.
Is the griffin curled up with her?
That's up to Fenni.
Say what?
Is the
I said,
griffin
is
like curled up with her?
Is the trader curled up to Aleyna?
Yeah, he's gonna go over there and perch on her back and do the little kitty kneading thing and nestle into her fluff after a couple of circles.
She's not dragon anymore. She's humanish.
She got like a fluffy
And that's
tail,
not gonna
though.
feel very
Got a
good,
fluffy
is it?
tail, though.
She just doesn't move. She's exhausted. But you notice
Well, he's no
something
bigger than a
weird
cat.
on her shoulder. You notice something weird on the flame marking on her shoulder. Instead of being royal purple, there is a bright amaranth pink outline. It's not very thick, but it is there.
That don't look right.
Should Milford roll a
History.
a history check for that? Because that's a very distinct color.
Yes.
Alright, never mind. Milford doesn't remember.
Milford's drunk, has almost died, and is probably concussed.
Milford's too
Is
tired
there-
for this.
Is there
Milford is either
something
going
I
to go
can
to
roll?
the dodo or the jaggy. That depends. Was Flikk'a part of the last war?
Well, she was with a pirate band that would have been possibly hired as mercenaries at some point to deliver goods, so it's possible.
How
Were
old is Flikk'a?
Older than Corey.
Yeah, older than Corey.
There is a chance. I will give you a history check to have
Okay.
heard of that color.
Never mind.
Neither
Yeah,
of us
you guys
are
know
annoying.
shit.
It was like on 50. It was on like 15, and then it just kind of tumped over. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, these
So-
dice feel really weird.
Seam looks at y'all and just waves you on. She'll keep an eye on Aleyna and the Griffin for tonight.
Alright, so we've got to
Alrighty.
find Corey. Where did she say the drinking contest was?
The drunken dodo.
Oh god, he's gonna be at the stinky dodo. Let's go to the stinky
Stinky dodo.
It's right next to the stables. It stinks.
That's
You don't
fantastic.
know that. You don't know that.
That the dodo's next to the stables?
No, that it stinks.
Oh, I was like, yeah, we do. That was established.
The stables stink. We established that, and we established that we didn't want to stay there because it was next to the stinky stables. So she's assuming
Yeah.
that the dodo stinks. So yeah, she's
Yeah,
going
but you
to
know
the
what they
dodo.
say about assumptions.
Anyway, so they go up to the dodo.
And as you enter, a breeze of cold air reaches you, and you hear merriment. You hear cheering. You hear drunken singing to a beat.
Is it off key singing?
Not really. Not
I
yet.
can't hear
anyway.
Corey.
It's early.
I can't hear Corey. He's either got his mouth full or he's not here.
You can do an investigation check, one of you, at advantage to see if you spot Corentin.
Who's got the highest investigation scorage?
Mine's a +4.
You do it.
I've only got +3.
Mine's -1. You do it.
Not to mention you get to do it at advantage, not just because he's your brother, but because you have help.
Just as well you had help.
Right?
You do not see Corentin. He is not at the Drunken Dodo. There is only one other place he can be.
Oh dear.
Well, to be fair, there's a whole town, but there's one other likely place.
Is there like another
nest.
bar or?
There's an inn we're staying at down near the docks. It's probably where he is. It's where all of our stuff is.
Let's check there then.
Alrighty. Takes a while to get to the J's desk. What is it, about 15 minutes?
Yeah, give or take.
About because we gotta go like way down the street and past the stables and down to the docks.
Okay, so they make it to the Jaggy's nest. Which they've been calling the Jaggy's head because they're not too fond of Jaggy's full stop.
So
appreciate
you guys get in, and Sisava looks and notices Aleyna's missing, and just kind of raises an eyebrow, but doesn't say anything. She moves out of your way and lets you do as you please. What do you do?
I asked Sasava, have you seen the blue boy come through here earlier?
Tall, horned, looks a wee bit depressed.
That'll be him.
His room.
Oh boy.
Which one's his
Shite.
room?
If he's cried all over my stuff, I swear to God.
Alright.
Boy, he's a little neurotic now, isn't he?
You have no idea. And, yeah.
I would like to be clear. He has given no indication that he is necessarily in a crying mood at any point of this.
No, but the
No.
fact that he's just not himself just leads Milford to immediately assume sad.
There's two drunken states. There's, rollicking,
Happy drunk
singing
and sad
happy.
drunk.
He wasn't doing that, so he's now crying into his beer. So, yeah. Alright, so, yeah, Ash traipses upstairs and wonders why he's wandered off by himself for a start, but yeah.
I follow because I don't know which room is his, and I'm just kind of idly playing my hurdy-gurdy as we go.
Milford goes up to the room that they're sharing, gives only 2 knocks before immediately opening
The
the
answer
door.
is yes.
Okay, so if he hears them coming, he is just mask up as best he can, and that's like he's not even actively lying, but just body language. I'm aiming to roll deception here. Whether he's convincingly his usual self.
Can I counter roll because of my history with him, so I would know his mannerisms?
Yep.
Probably could.
What am I rolling with that?
And is he
Would that
rolling
be-
at disadvantage given what I was saying he was doing?
Yes.
Would that be perception versus deception?
I think
Would that be
it's
the counter roll?
insight.
Insight.
Insight, yeah.
He's pretty deceiving. He's good at this.
With advantage, right?
Yeah.
Your advantage, he's disadvantage.
So you're rolling against a 14.
I win.
He was crying.
Just.
Hey,
You know him?
you know you can't lie to
crying.
me.
I don't want to talk about it, Flikk'a.
Well, it's affecting everybody around you because they're all worried about you because we can tell something's wrong. So how about they give us a minute of privacy and you can talk it out with me?
Alright. You I can tell. I don't...
Fine. Milford grabs a bag which has his kit for taking care of his tools and stuff in it, and then reaches into the bag of clothing and pulls out the bottle of wine that he's already cracked open and hands it to Corey.
Corey looks...
There you go.
Corey looks at you like you are insane, and then drinks some of the wine.
Just drink the damn
This
thing. Money
wine-
doesn't matter.
This wine is so smooth and so nice that you can see why he said screw it and went ahead with drinking it.
Well, we're
The
not getting
love
money for
that
it
went into
now,
this.
so I might as well.
And
So where are you
Milford's
two
gonna
going?
leave. Yeah.
So I plop myself down on the bed and make him sit next to me. Okay, level with me, what's up?
He pulls out the
Ash sort of tosses up between staying and going, and alright, fine.
as soon
After
as
getting
Milford-
into
Milford's gonna kind of tug her by the shoulder as a little bit of motivation to leave.
Yeah, alright, she leaves.
as soon as the room is clear of everyone but the two of you, because he was gonna tell you on the ship. Because this
and
is
then Mimic happens.
this is
And everyone left.
this is Flikk'a. Flikk'a's the one person he will tell about this. Because that's his
yeah,
sister.
no one else is here. You're good.
He pulls out the picture. And he points to the white tabaxi in the picture. That was Evel.
Is that somebody? Sorry.
His name was Evel. I told you that I ended up with the Frost's Wake after I left. After I left home. And, he was the captain. We were... He was mine. He was mine and I
So-
was his. And at this point, he starts crying.
Ah, jeez. So this was someone that was close to you. What happened?
Not just close. He was the love of my life, Flikk'a. Something like
And what happened to him?
Something like 5 years I was on that ship. There was a storm. I was up the rigging as, you know, usual. Trying to keep the winds safe for everyone. Couple of the crew cornered him at the bow. I leapt off. Trying to save him, I suppose. Just wanted to get to him. The wind caught me. Thrown wild off the starboard side and lost sight of the ship. Far as I know, he's dead. Not heard hide nor hair of him since.
And you know the ship and you know the crew that did this?
The leader of that little mutinous bullshit was Marcus Tyke.
If you saw his face, can you point him out to me?
If I saw his face, he wouldn't have one.
Then you know what we gotta do, don't you?
Aye.
Well, I'm here now and you ain't gotta go through it alone. Let's get our shit together and go get revenge for your captain dude. Like, if this is an important person to you, what do you think's going to get results? Sitting here crying and being upset and worrying your friends? Or putting your foot down and deciding you're not going to let somebody take that kind of important thing away from you? And get away with it.
I've been looking for Tyke at any opportunity ever since. I've not found him.
Well, now you got another set of eyes, bro.
Aye. It's good to have you around again.
And I'm gonna hug the little blueberry bastard.
And he looks at the picture and just pockets it again. I didn't have a picture of him before. Now I do, at least.
Well, you hold on tight to that picture, and she reaches around and she gets in her pack and she pulls out that expensive-ass bottle of wine she pulled out of that ship and she hands it to him. Now you take that and you feel better and let's get this shit done so we can find the people that hurt your man.
Honestly, before we do that, when we make it to Aleyna, I've got a bit of a thing I want to do. So the thing is, I got slightly captured. Don't be mad. Wasn't my fault.
As he's saying this, I want you to do a real quick, at advantage, perception check about that photo.
Me?
No, Flikk'a. Flikk'a catches it. Flikk'a, as he's putting it away, you recognize those little ears. You had just seen them flicking around like no tomorrow. That picture has Aleyna in it.
Hey, wait a second. Hey, that's got the dragon lady in it.
I caught that. I think I might show it to her later. It looks like it's from when she was just a wee one.
Yeah, let's not hide that from her for too long. As soon as she's able to handle the news, we need to give her that information. It wouldn't be right.
Yeah, no, I will.
Hold on.
Honestly, I'd have shown her by now, but she got slightly,
Dragonified. Alright, so you got captured. Shame on you. And what happened?
Well, I managed to escape Aleyna, but there was a necklace that Evel gave me. I'd like to get it back. Far as I know, it's still in storage at the jail they were keeping me in.
Well, it sounds like we got a little retrieval mission once we finish our business here. And then we go on a search and revenge mission.
I
want both of y'all to make wisdom checks.
Okay.
Normal roll.
Yeah, normal.
Brain still
Flikk'a.
liquefied.
If Aleyna was in there and that was her mother, perhaps her mother has connections to Evo.
Oh,
Nope,
hey. You know, if that's Aleyna as a baby and that's Elena's mom, then maybe maybe figuring out what's going on with Aleyna will help you find the people that offed your dude.
I don't think I follow the logic, but it doesn't hurt to try.
It's one more lead than you had previously in it. Any port in a storm.
At the very least, it looks like her mother knew him, and anything she knows about him I'd like to know.
Well, there you go. That's a good place to start. So, how about we get you bucked up and you stop crying like a little baby before I whip your ass for getting captured.
He elbows you just immediately in response to that.
And I just laugh because I know I deserved it.
Thank you, Flikk'a.
Hey, that's what family does.
So, we need to find that crew of yours.
Well, we'll keep looking for them along the way. Right now, I've got a more pressing mission. If we get any clues, then I'll have more than what I have now, because right now I have nothing.
Then he just hugs you.
Aww.
And I awkwardly hug back and pat him. Okay, let's get out there before they think we're making out.
Ugh! Don't say that! Don't say that!
Pushes back in. Yeah.
I know we adopted each other, but that's still disturbing.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny.
I'm pretty sure his reaction is what makes it funny.
That just makes it more funny.
And yeah, he takes a moment to wipe his face and then leaves the room.
I give him a couple of friendly pats and I stroll out with him.
And you do see, he had his journal out and had been writing his daily journal entry, which is a habit he didn't have when he was a teenager. So that's
Oh,
new.
snap. He's a teenager again.
Yeah, the journaling is something he picked up, actually on the Frost Wake.
I choose to store that information away for later for when I'm ribbing at him and he's less sensitive.
Meanwhile, Ash, who attempted to hear at the door but couldn't, has gone downstairs rather annoyed, and is just sort of sitting at one of the tables, kicking her feet and waiting for people to come down.
I do also want to remind you that Ash still has Milford's journal.
Yes, she does.
Because he hasn't noticed it missing.
And she forgot to read some of it last night because she was so more interested in what Aleyna was doing. So yeah, she'll probably pull that out while she's bored and read that. Where's Milford gone? He took his bottle and
Milford,
left, did
yeah, Milford is outside just like taking care of his tools and stuff because again, they got all bloody.
Yeah, she's gonna pull out the diary while she's waiting because she's bored.
Yeah, because it's pretty chronological, I won't have you doing dice rolls because
Yeah, well, they failed last time.
Yeah. Well, and also like you don't have to worry about like a time limit, so you can actually like read it in order.
Yeah, well, she read 1 and 2, so she might as well go for 3.
Oh, good, good. Perfect.
Out of
Perfect.
character. Out of character, but I love how our little icon colors next to each of our names is literally just a gradient of blues to purples to reds.
Oh yeah.
We're just that spot on the spectrum.
Yep. No
Alrighty.
green here.
Settle in, kids. It's story time. Trying to get something to drink real quick. October 20th, 1519. The nights are starting to get colder. This morning there was a bit of frost on the ground. I do hope the cold weather gear I acquisitioned from Army Command gets here soon. I sent the request in around April. Shouldn't be surprised it hasn't gotten here yet. For now, I got extra hay to line the floors of our tents to keep the frost from creeping in. Seems like we'll be bedding down for the winter here, hopefully getting a new assignment next spring. Morale amongst the men isn't too bad, though they've been complaining about the lack of clothing. If I oversaw this damned army, I would fix the supply chains first. Army marches on their stomach and all that. The locals have begun decorating for the harvest festival, and one of the shopkeepers stopped by today to give us a bag of sweets. Apparently the kids here like going door to door and asking for sweets during the harvest festival. I told them I keep it safe for my men. Some of them do have a sweet tooth. October 31st, 1519. The locals tell me they call this holiday All Hallows Eve, which sounds very familiar to the harvest festivals I celebrated back home. It's quite the party, with bonfires and this great traditional punch called L'chaim. It was sweet with a cinnamon burn, although I would imagine that's the spirits in it. Dangerous stuff, that. Half my men are still asleep, and I can barely remember making it back to the barracks. Tomorrow is going to be one hell of a day. I'm restricting duties to essential personnel only, and even then, I'm not going to be too strict if they sleep in. Most of my men had way more punch than me, and I'm already feeling it. We did have a couple of kiddos come by for sweets, all done up in costumes of local spirits and druids. It was rather cute, if I do say so myself. I think I'm going to go sleep until the solstice now. November 4th, 1519, and this is actually 2 parts, one day right after the other. November 4th, 1519. Much to my dismay, I did not sleep until the solstice, like I had said in my last entry. Today was rather interesting, however. A bandit has been terrorizing the city since All Hallows, and we were asked by local authorities to help. We organized into 2 groups of 10 and got to work, performing a sweep of his last known area. It was clear people were shaken up from the incident. Local authorities gave us the direction to travel, and we went door to door searching. The man we were looking for was about 6 foot, brown hair, and had some strange markings running down his arms. The victim's statements never made it clear whether they were scars, tattoos, or something else entirely. We finally caught him at a dead end. Group 1 approached from the street, and Group 2 moved from the side to flank. We had him surrounded, sure he was going to give up. What happened next, I don't think anyone could have predicted. He, well, exploded. I don't know if it was some sort of failsafe, or if he cast a spell wrong, or what, but the blast caught one of my men, Ada, our druid. She's not in a good way. Burns are covering most of her body, and shrapnel pierced her torso. Our cleric, Woodmond, is doing what she can, but I don't have high hopes. November 5th, 1519. Ada is dead. Woodman informed me that sometime last night she succumbed to her injuries. I wish I could say that it was a painless death, but Woodman did everything she could, short of something dangerous, I suppose. I guess I should write a letter to her family. What the hell am I going to say? She died because some asshole decided to kill himself instead of being arrested for petty theft. She was the youngest of the regiment. Not even really a warrior. She always kept us in good spirits. Always knew the best spots for fishing and swimming, no matter what woods we were in. It's stupid. Senseless, stupid death. And that was 3 entries. Do we want to go on?
Good question.
Aleyna's
Yeah,
asleep.
might as well.
You have no problems.
Yeah, you're not in danger of being discovered by anyone, so...
No, they're
I
up there
mean-
talking for quite a while. So yeah, she's going to read the other page.
Okay. November 5th, 1519. A carriage arrived, finally, for Ada today, to take her body back to the capital to be buried. The butcher had been gracious enough to keep her in his heist room so she wouldn't rot. I'm going to ride along back to the capital for a few days to deliver her personal belongings to her family and tell them what happened. I'm leaving my second in command until I return. The leaves are all gone. Fallen sometime last week, I think. I suppose, if you think of it, fall is a season of death. The beautiful leaves and striking colors are the final death knell of a countless thousand trees. Amongst the death of the forest, I lost someone who I thought of as a younger sister. My regiment lost our forest, our cool breeze on a summer's day. Ada joined up, hoping for adventure and action, and instead died. In pain and afraid, not against an enemy force or defending her comrades' lives, but because a common criminal refused to be arrested. It's just not fair, is it? Not fair that someone as innocent of heart and as adventurous as her die in the worst way possible. Though, I suppose war, as is life, is never fair. December 1st, 1519. Just returned from the capital a few days ago. The inquiry took longer than expected. Lots of questions about my handling of the situation. They were looking for a scapegoat, someone to blame for her death. The only thing I was officially told was that my rangers would not be leaving Sancte Marie before next summer, which meant we would be missing the spring campaigns. The air has turned bitterly cold. Frost hangs off my tent nearly every morning, and I must break the ice from my water bucket just to shave. Despite the cold weather, spirits are high in the city. Burning lights have been hung in the town square, and holly and pine garland hang from most buildings. I'm told this festival is known as the Feast of Starlight. It's a time to give thanks, reflect on the year, and bring a bit of light and hope into the coldest and darkest months of the winter. December 21st, 1519. Gods, do these people know how to party. It's not even the solstice yet, and already they've begun celebrating. My rangers and I were introduced to this wonderful drink called glühwein. It's wine, possibly stock that didn't sell from the vineyards, poured into a huge cauldron, spiced with cinnamon and nutmeg. Dried oranges are floated on top for flavor. It's heated until simmering, and served like punch. It's the perfect drink for a cold winter night. It warms the bones and to get you drunk. At midnight, one of the town clerics cast a series of light spells on a large pine tree. The result was stunning. More amazing than anything I've ever seen during winter back home. The feast that was served was rather lovely as well. Cooked meats and preserved vegetables are usually seen as a bland affair, but the skilled chefs made it rather delicious. December 25th, 1519. I woke up this morning and stepped outside my tent and nearly died. Okay, perhaps that's a slight exaggeration. I tripped over a box that had been placed in front of the entrance and face planted into a pile of snow. Thank the gods, no one was around to see that. After wiping the cold slush off, I took the box back inside my tent to look at it. It was wrapped in a colored paper with a ribbon of rope tied around the outside in a bow. A tag on it indicated it was from the citizens of Sancte Marie, made by Vieira, the local woodworker, to the entirety of the Rangers. At morning muster, I had them gathered around and opened the package. Inside was an intricately carved woodcutting of Ada, smiling, sitting on a tree stump. A silence fell over everyone, and I wasn't the only one with a few tears. Inscribed on the stump was the phrase, "Relinquished to the forest of eternal life, Ada Goddard, 1497 to 1519. Apparently, it's a tradition to give gifts during the holiday to those who have impacted your life through the year. I guess we've done more here than just stand guard and wait for new orders."
Okay. So Ash is going to wipe a tear away from her eye and just sort of sit there staring at the book for a little bit, because, wow.
And that is all I have written, so that's actually more than I wanted to do, but I think it was good that it happened.
I'm assuming they've finished upstairs, so if she hears them coming down, she's going to quickly grab the book and tuck it away again and wipe her face.
Good timing, because Milford does come in to get some bread. Yeah.
She's just going to sort of put a hand on her face like she's bored and sort of look at Milford. Are they done yet?
I don't know.
So the question is, would any of us catch her putting that book away?
That is an insight check against a sleight of hand. Or a perception, take your pick.
Yeah, Milford definitely didn't, because he came down after. He was a little bit later.
Even if Flikk'a had noticed when we came down, she wouldn't have known enough to care.
It is the same roll either way for Corey, because he's proficient in both, so...
Nope, Ash wins.
Not quite.
Very nearly, but not quite.
Milford does take a seat at the table, though, munching on his toast.
So what are y'all gonna do now?
Well, it is about lunchtime, probably they should eat, but Ash is bored now. So, yeah, probably going to go back and check up on Aleyna.
Yeah, walk back, see how she's doing, because she's had a good couple hours now to sleep and recover.
I'm in big sister mode, so I'm basically following wherever the blue butt goes.
Yeah. Oi, lad, you wanna come check on the lass with us?
Yeah, we got her back to dragon, out of dragon mode, actually.
Oh,
Seam
good.
gave her some goop.
And she stayed with the caravan, or... Because I was under the impression that we weren't taking eyes off of her, and yet you're all here.
Seam's watching her, and she was asleep.
Oh,
She
good.
looked
That's... Does Seam know not to take eyes off of her? You know what?
She does, but
we should
we
go.
had to kind of leave in a hurry because you disappeared.
That is fair. That is fair, lass. But we should go. And Corey, yes,
let's go.
Corey's already on
She
the way
raises an
out.
eyebrow because that was deflecting. Huge.
Yes, it was.
Deflecting.
Yes, it was.
Yep, you're right. Let's go. Let's leave now. Let's go.
It was absolutely deflecting, but he is also genuinely worried. Because in his experience, if you take eyes off of Aleyna, something goes wrong.
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. So I guess they're all going back to the caravan?
Yep, they're going to traipse back up to the caravan, to Seam's caravan.
Yep. Pretty brisk walk, I would say, so.
Yeah, she's sort of eyeballing Flikk'a to see if she can get any readings on what went on upstairs. Perception?
Yes, perception
Insight.
check.
Versus deception, I would guess? I don't know.
Well, if you're just observing from it, then Flikka''s not hiding anything, and you really don't see anything anyways.
Not that it mattered.
Yeah, not that it mattered, because
By
she's
the
not
way-
really that perceptive.
The whole way, Corey is muttering under his breath about if that asshole came and tried to grab her again, someone is going to very much regret making a bad day worse.
Yes, indeed.
Alrighty, so
And at most, as far as Flikka''s expression, she is kind of bland about stuff, but she's also a performer, so you can't quite tell if she's masky or not.
Milford does look at Corey and go, I'm gonna guess the two of you drank the wine.
Not all of it. Yet.
Good. We'll save that for something else.
Okay. So y'all make it to Seam's wagon. And Seam's not alone. There is a visitor there.
Milford is instantly on alert seeing a stranger.
And what you
Yeah.
see is a large blue creature with the occasional spark off its back. This is not the wolf you met earlier. This is a creature that is a little spiky, a little squirrely, and kind of cute looking, actually.
Well, that's intriguing.
And-
You're just attracting all the fluffies, aren't you, today, Seam?
Kinda cute,
At
I think I'm
this-
gonna name it Corey.
At this, Seam raises a finger to signify being quiet and taps her ear. And then gestures, and you see Aleyna talking to somebody. A tall human with a deep tan and, strangely enough, blue hair.
Okay.
So-
One of
Milford's
this is the guy
accents
that she
comes
said
out.
she thought she was meeting.
Hang on. So you said that this creature is sparking a little bit?
Yep.
Corey notes that Aleyna is there and then goes directly up to it. Well, hello there.
See, look at that, they're twins.
The creature looks at him, raises its ruff, and actually snaps, sparking off at him.
Easy
Uh,
there.
Boyle?
No, look. And Corey just does a little subtle spark along the back of his hand on that tattoo. Look, we're alike.
Boyle?
Look at you.
Slinky doesn't like anyone near Aleyna.
Wait,
Slinky.
hold on. Slinky?
Aye, that's his name.
For God's sake, give the poor thing a name with dignity. I'm so sorry.
No wonder it's upset. Jesus.
Hey, he chose it.
Oh,
You
well,
sure
Who
about
might you
that?
be?
I suppose if you like it, then that's fine.
He stands up and is holding a staff, leans on it, and I mean, you just see him leaning on the top of it.
Yeah, Ash has gone into mad redhead mode. She's got her arms folded and she's looking up and up at him, and it's like, and who do you think you are? Talking to our Aleyna?
Yeah.
And,
I would
and
point out that Milford's like standing right behind her with an axe too, like still like holding an axe.
Corey is
Giving her a little
Corey is mostly ignoring the guy and is actually going to reach out towards this creature's nose to gently pat it.
The creature
If
snaps
you
at
guys,
you.
Yeah, if he goes flying across the grass, sparking, I'm not going to be surprised.
Not even an animal handling. Okay, it really doesn't like me.
Not even an attempt. It just hates you.
It's fine.
Yeah. So he's
Alright,
leaning,
alright.
and he's looking mildly bemused. He is lean but built. And he's in his mid-30s, give or take. You're Aleyna. And who, in the name of the great dragons, are you?
Hey, we asked first, boyo.
See, that's the thing that's gonna get Corey's attention at this point. Well, we've not exactly got a name for the group, per se. But,
At his speaking, you see a very familiar spin, and you guys are face to face with a sparkling white scythe.
Well, that's a familiar
Milford
weapon.
raises his axe and draws his other one. He did not like that.
Flikk'a steps up and holds a hand up, standing between the standoffies. Guys, there is no need to jump the gun. Let's just hear the guy out and see what he wants. We do not
I'm
have
not going
to
to be
fight.
using a gun on him.
to be fair, we're feeling a little protective of Aleyna after what happened yesterday.
Of course, and that's understandable, but there's no reason to jump into a fight when it's not necessary. And I turn to the dude. Now, my name's Flikk'a. My little band here is just a little bit protective because this is our friend. Now,
Hi.
would you kindly introduce yourself and tell us what this is all about?
He actually smirks and starts chuckling. So little Aleyna actually got herself some friends after getting out of the mercs. Won't Mom be
Little?
surprised?
Ash just sort of looks her up and a little.
I
Mind
kind
you,
of grin at him. And I hold my hand out to shake his hand. Nice to meet you. We're Aleyna's friends. I take it you're related?
So you'd be the
He
brother
is
then, I
6'0". He is 6'0", so he's pretty damn tall.
So I'm looking up at him, and I'm
Corey-
about nipple height to him with all of my 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ash is still
Hold
frowning
my
at his.
hand out to shake his hand.
He shakes it, and you feel nothing but strength.
Corey steps forward. So you
I turn on him. I look him in the eye with a big friendly smile, and I turn on a minor illusion to show ice crystals creeping up his hand, while just enough of a chill hits his hand to show I'm not backing down either, but I don't mean you any harm.
Okay, I just want to point out you didn't even know that you were doing that, but you've just explained why Corey is like this.
Yep.
Because Corey's pulled the exact same trick.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Who do you
He
think
looks at
raised
y'all.
him?
He looks at y'all as he just kind of ruffles Aleyna's hair. The name's Bowen.
Ah, so
I
you
meant to
would
be in
be the
town
brother
yesterday.
then.
Hey, you didn't know about Bowen. Only one who
No.
knew was Ash.
Ash asked her last night, and she said about
Oh.
Bowen.
No, right, you're right.
Redo.
All right.
So you
we
knew
are
who
gonna-
she was looking for yesterday then. You did say he was supposed to be in town yesterday.
Yes.
I did say
give his
someone
hand a
was
little
supposed to be
pump
in
of a
town.
shake, and I say, "Nice to meet you, Bowen," and I shatter the ice effect and give him a big old grin.
No, well, I think he just said that he was supposed to be in town yesterday. So
He was.
Corey,
He did.
Corey reacts to that by going, so you're who she was looking for yesterday.
Probably. And we are going to put a pin in this because Shalamar has to go get her mom.
I do.
Oh, that's true. All right. Good place to end.
So we can either end or we can wait for her to get back because, frankly...
One last thing, the rest of Corey's statement. She got into quite a bit of trouble looking for you.
He looks over at her.
Corey's looking at Bowen like, I'm not blaming you, but I'm a little bit blaming you.
You're the reason why she let her guard down. It's not your fault, but...
It's your fault.
Your fault.
Alright, so we're taking a vote. Do we end here, or do we wait for Shalamar to get back and keep going for the next week until the wagon pulls out?
Good question.
I'm good with either one. I'm not going to bed anytime soon.
I feel a little
yeah,
bit
I'm up for
emotionally wrung out after everything Corey went through here. I could go on, but it's very much a question of whether I'm going to actually sleep after this.
He wants to write in his girly little journal some more.
Well, as long as you're keeping notes, it'll be fine.
It's very yeah. That was surprising.
I was making reference to Corey's new journal habit that I wasn't aware of until recently.
Yeah, no, I got that. It's very much that was more emotional as a player than I expected it to be.
Don't worry. I had the exact same thing while reading out the journal. I was like, oh no, I'm actually going to cry.
I was crying. I had my mic muted. Alright, so we will call it here. You guys can ask questions of Bowen in 2 weeks. That'll give me some time to get some travel maps and start getting work on Thelania done. Because we're going to probably do one last mini mission, one last hunt while we're here in Rishia. And then we'll start heading for Thelania. Because I still got to finish a couple characters and stuff.
Yep. And it gives me time to write more journals because I've exhausted my entire stockpile that was supposed to last at least a couple of sessions.
Oh dear.
Whoops!
Asher's bored.
Alright, so...
Asher's bored, and I kind of needed to end the story arc because Christmas was like the cathesis.
Yep. So, Sylvain, recording done. And I'm going to ask this, in all honesty, out of everyone.